Competition not one, you in the desert, dead thirsty up against the hot sun. Okay, I can break it down like, okay, I can break it down like whatever you want, or I can break it down like the loud on the blunt.
So the next topic is Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, let's break it down. Let's break it down.
Got our best homegirl Oprah lined up next.
Oh yeah, you know.
So she catching.
For me, this is easy.
Hell.
For me, this is easy. But go, yeah.
She catching a little bit of hell from the black community because she has decided to do a documentary on Russell Simmons, or is she doing an expose? What exactly is she doing?
Expose documentary about Russell Simmons, but it's based out of the supposed victims, their stories, supposed 2-3 victims or whatever the case. It's based on what she got from them.
Okay.
And
so like a surviving R. Kelly, Russell Simmons edition.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much, and that's the ugly part of it.
Is she narrating it?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no clue, but I think, you know what I mean. Oprah, I think she'll probably just put a name on it. She'll put a name on it, but I doubt that she'll probably stay far away from that. To be honest with you, I thought it was Oprah that was going to do the R. Kelly interview. I think that he probably asked for Oprah. To be completely honest with you, not to switch it to that real, I don't want to lose our seat. You know what I mean? We're talking about, but I think he would probably requested Oprah. They gave him Gail, and then but that's something different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's 2 different companies too.
Right.
It's 2 different companies. So I don't know. Maybe he wanted to give an exclusive to ABC, or maybe any news media outlet. And maybe ABC jumped on board because they knew they had Gail.
Well, Oprah's Chicago and R. Kelly's Chicago, but I don't want to switch it. I don't want to make this convoluted because it sounds. I mean, only reason I'm even bringing it up because it sounds like the surviving R. Kelly. Like you about to paint Russell Simmons out to be. I don't even hear Russell Simmons in the news about nothing.
Right.
And then now out the blue, we gonna get this expose about him. Like, what do you deeply got against this man? Now for real, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, yo, this dude is out there. I don't get nothing.
Well, she also did the Finding Neverland. Finding Neverland. What was it? Bonus. It was the bonus edition, or the 3rd episode.
She was part of the documentary, and she did. And if she wasn't, because I don't want nobody. And if she wasn't, she definitely did she did that after the post interview. After it was the post interview show like knock it off.
Right.
Knock it off.
Gonna follow up with those people, and those people have been discredited since then.
You see my eye was shaking. I was about to get into one of my Trump rolls. I felt it coming. I felt it coming.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I don't. My thing is, I don't know why people get so caught up in people that follow money. People that's always gonna go for the.
Because people love money.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
People love money and the things that the money could do for you. So people chase money, want to watch people that got money. And smart people, really, like me, don't really think too much about money because.
But people like Oprah's always gonna go for the people who fund her and back her.
Right, she's definitely she's a company person. She's gonna do what the company needs. Kind of like the other interview we was watching earlier. Not to get into that, but I don't even think she owned the people. I think that she probably got a quarter in that.
That was actually what I was just getting ready to say. People were probably gonna say, well, she owns her own company. No, she don't. No, there's a lot of money that's behind her, and her percentage, her stake in it is very small. I don't know the exact number, so I'm not gonna say it, but it's definitely lower than 30%. It's probably right around 30%.
Right, around that.
So I wanted to say less than 50% though. So she's not the major stakeholder in that.
Definitely not. ABC she was on ABC, right?
She was on ABC.
Her show was on ABC. I think ABC definitely has some kind of, or people around ABC, they have something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Having that. So
Phil Donahue was actually the reason why she even
popped
in Chicago like that. So
Dr. Oz is the reason. They funnel each other in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, all these people, they funnel each other in for whatever reason. Because I think she probably eating off him too. You know what I'm saying? To be completely honest with you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why sometimes when I listen to him, I listen to everybody with curved ear, not like I don't believe you from the jump. Just listen to you, and I'm hoping that everything is full honesty and this, that, and the third. So, but when I listen to, you know, just based on how he came to the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to make it music-wise, but, you know, or something like that, or TV-wise, but if somebody puts you into this and people know about it, you know, you think about it a little bit different. You be like, oh, okay, what's going on here?
Right.
You know what I mean? What's going on here?
Absolutely. She's one of those people that, you know, I really don't pay too much attention to as far as the moves she makes. And that's just because she's in another place. You know what I mean? It's almost like when you're a billionaire, first of all, you have to get to $1 billion. And to get to $1 billion,
they gotta let you.
Back in the day, we had
they gotta let you.
Exactly. We had Junior Achievement, right? And in Junior Achievement, the guy came and there was one thing that he said that I never forgot. And that was, to become a millionaire, you're gonna have to mess over a few people. Mm-hmm. But to become a billionaire, you gotta leave a whole bunch of people on the road. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave a whole bunch of people on the road.
Skeletons.
And you know, one of the things that made her pop was support of the LGBT community in 1994. That's what really made her show go real big. Because at first it started off as a 30-minute show where she wasn't even an Oprah Winfrey show at that point.
Oh, I know.
But when she had her own talk show, she invited like the LGBT community and stuff like that on to like state they. And this is during the height of like the HIV/AIDS epidemic. So it was different because they were being ostracized by the community, much like black folks are today. So she played the LGBT card first, and that's what made her blow up so crazy. And you know, she ended up going ahead and being able to own her own network, supposedly. Supposedly.
So she showed my life to the Rainbow Railroad. That's what it was. So early, I'm on the Rainbow Railroad early.
True. But she's always been she's always been in a place where the black community, you know, when if they really paying attention, because black women loved her. But you know, if you're really paying attention, because she brought on white people that black women actually love, like Tom Cruise, Michael Bolton. You know, like
she brought on people that people. Well, no, that wasn't her show. That was Phil Donahue. I was about to say that she brought on what's the sister in Hidden Colors?
Shahrazad Ali.
Yeah, was that Phil Donahue?
That was Phil Donahue. Yeah, because Phil Donahue, that was his big thing, like talking about racism and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But she, you know, she's always been like for the white audience, and whatever black audience trickles in, just because she's a black woman, you know, she rolled with that too. Well, you know what I'm saying? The viewership.
Y'all people.
Which was Steven Spielberg. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I hated that movie. People get on me all the time, and we could make it. If people really want to talk about that, we could talk. We have an episode about that. Just leave y'all comments, let me know, or let us know, because I would love to talk about The Color Purple and how much I hate it, and how much people love that movie, but I hate it. I seen all the signs in it, but you know what I mean. Like I already for a long time was like, with Oprah, I always thought she was shaky, like mad shaky, and then no shade either. The fact that she brought in, she ushered in Barack Obama. And that's something deeper. You know, if we
that was huge for Barack.
You know what I'm saying? That was super huge for him. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I mean? I look at her at that particular time, because this is years ago. This got to be at least 10 years ago in this decade, like you said. Right. I mean, Barack. And I just looked at it like it was mad funny. Like something else was going on.
Barack got in office in 08.
In 08.
Yep. So like right at the end of the last decade.
Right. Yep. Okay. But what I'm saying is like I just always thought something was funny with Oprah. Like,
sure.
Even the fact that we don't see her like just like the same thing with The Color Purple.
Say it. I don't want to say it.
Same thing with The Color Purple. I'm gonna tie right into why I hate it because they represented men like super weak, and then we don't even ever see Stedman. He's like the gooch. You know what I'm saying? He's like the gooch. Somehow you talk about him on TV, but you never see this person. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's like she was a joke for years. Like I'm just like, I'm gonna take her serious because I was young. I was younger, and I was impressionable. You know what I'm saying? Right. I feel like now I'm a whole lot older. My mind is way different.
And we take a lot of pride in people that
that look like us, and
that look like us, that do things that we haven't seen done before.
I was happy when
before it was Sally Jesse Raphael, Geraldo, and Phil Donahue. Like you didn't see any other black talk show hosts at that time when she came out. So, you know, of course, but she already had the black card from the gate. So
from the gate.
So that's, you know, that was a good marketing move. Roger Ebert, I want to credit everybody who's responsible for her coming up. Roger Ebert introduced her to King World Enterprises.
Was Arsenio Hall on at the same time or after? His wave started.
Well, she started in the 80s.
She started in the 80s. His TV show
80s,
was in the
early 90s, I think.
Was late 80s.
I don't know. I was late 80s at that time.
I think Arsenio Hall was late 80s, going into the 90s, because he had a couple years. You know, I think it was definitely late 80s, going into the 90s. So definitely,
yeah.
Okay,
but black women during the daytime talk show, his shit was late night. But
exactly.
Daytime talk show, completely different. You know, even it took years. Like when Queen Latifah got hers, it was like a long gap before you seen anybody. But she was like the first one. She was like the next black female after Oprah to have a daytime talk show.
I forgot she had a daytime talk show.
And then you had Wendy Williams. Like everybody don't get to do daytime talk, especially when you're a black woman. So you know, you gonna make me say it. You know, Oprah Winfrey's the black mammy. Like let's not sugarcoat it. Let's get straight to it.
Let's look at who's on TV right now too.
You know what I'm saying? Like she was the first black mammy.
How you doing?
You know, I don't know. I think Wendy's one of those people who throw punches at everybody. I think she's like an equal opportunity hater. You know.
Well, they got to show two balances, you know what I mean?
But you know, Oprah Winfrey always came out like against the hip hop community.
Yeah, she was bad.
You know, so she has a history of like shitting on the black community in subtle ways.
She only stood next to Jay-Z because of Beyonce, because of that cosign.
Right. Well, they had to have a conversation, supposedly, because she was always about, you know, women shouldn't be called bitches and hoes. You know, which I kind of agree with, but it's the culture. And she was shitting on the culture from day one. Yeah. You know. So yeah, man. Oprah Winfrey, black mammy. You already know. Don't be surprised about this shit. Don't be surprised about her coming at Russell Simmons and doing shit against Michael Jackson after she had him on the show. She loved Mike. And, you know, but she definitely took that check to go ahead and interview those guys that was making those accusations. You know, so, you know, we got to hold people accountable for what they show us. You know, with their actions.
Or just don't even tune into these people. Check them out, but if they ain't spitting them balls and giving you facts, this, that, and the third, leave them alone, B. Like read their backstory. You know
I think black people have a tendency to like hang on to black celebrities that have turned their back on them just because they hope. Like there's like an inkling of like savior. I hope he comes and saves us and does something. So like we always ride for them. You know what I mean? Even when they show us.
It's perfect that you're saying this.
They're not worthy of it.
I know this wasn't a topic, and I'm glad you went live. This is funny, because now I feel that energy. I feel that energy. Like I want to say something really real, and you just made me like you kind of gave me that door. So can you allow me to say something really real?
Go ahead.
And this could be a topic later. If we want to chop this up, let's chop it up. Let's break it all down. I don't give a fuck. You know, Michael Eric Dyson. Oh man, the way he riding for Hov is like, yo, come on, son. Like, I like his music and all that, but
Boyce Watkins. Oh no, Michael Eric Dyson too.
No. He just wrote a book. He has a book out right now about that, and I relate that to what you just said. Like, yo, like you riding, you riding for this person for that cause, for some kind of cause or something. I don't know. I can't read it, and you're not gonna just make me get super attached because you black and because you saying his rhymes and how you read them, interpret it. You know what I mean? That's another conversation, even deeper. But that relates to what you just said.
I don't have anything to say bad about Jay-Z. Jay-Z, I'm sorry for this man. No, I'm joking. Because you know you can't really, which can be a topic. Like you can't really touch Jay-Z. You know, you can't really talk about him. Like bad things happen when you talk about Jay-Z. But we can say that for another day. But Michael Eric Dyson, Boyce Watkins, I think all like black people who are especially in economics, they all fuck with Jay-Z. I've never heard not one black person who talks about power or economics not talk bad about Jay-Z ever.
Because they're capitalists, the same.
Ever.
It's a capitalist. It's a full capitalist mentality, and it's also something else though. It's something else that I can't put my finger on, and that's the thing I'm talking about. When I'm looking at you, and I'm like, yo, you actually shut it down for somebody. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, you can't talk that fast to me, all that. Yo, you know, like, no, nah. Talk real. Take that fake pastor shit out your voice and talk to me real like a grown ass man. Talk about Michael Eric Dyson because
oh, okay,
like,
Michael Eric Dyson.
Somebody else that's riding,
shit.
like you trying to ride for somebody else and you talking mad fast and you know what I mean? Like and my mind move fast. Right. My mind would feel so. I process. Like I tell you, I'm in words. I process words with people saying. I'm like, one, you're a fast talker, and two, you try to mix it in with the pastor shit and all. Like, nah. That ain't for me. That ain't for me personally. Keep it real. Like let's talk some real shit. I would love to see him behind the curtain. Anybody want to talk to me at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got one of those minds like, nah. Why you did that? Why you did that? Do you have your own autobiography, but you're gonna write a book about something? Come on, son.
Does he? Why would he? Well, Michael Eric Dyson is still doing his thing. Why would he write an autobiography?
I don't know.
But I feel you. But I definitely understand the angle. Like,
you know what I mean? I'm just relating. I'm relating it.
He mad at Michael Eric.
Nah, it's that boule circle. You know what I'm saying? Just not being.
But that's exactly what it is.
That's what I mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Oprah ride with that, and she ride. She on both sides of the fence. The way I think a lot of them are. You know what I'm saying? They dance both sides of the fence. Real nice. You know what I'm saying? Twerking, this challenge, that. Come on, B. Come on.
But that's how they get to where they are. You know what I mean? Like there's no really other way around it. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no other way around it. If that's what you want, you got to play the game, and you got to play the game very skillfully. You know. Some people get lost and afraid. That's what happens.
That's true. That's life though. That's life. And real talk though. Let's break it down. Yo, I'm not afraid, B.
I ain't never
I'm not
scared.
afraid. I ain't nervous. I just speak my mind. I speak how I feel.
Scared.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how none of y'all feel. So let's break it down. Y'all want to talk? Let's break it down.
Competition not one. You in the desert, dead thirsty up against the hot sun. Okay, I could break it down like. Okay, I could break it down like whatever you want, or I could break it down like the loud and the blunt.